Hands up. Islam, hands up. Don't touch. Don't touch head. 15. 15. Hands up.
Under the guidance of Khabib Nurmagomedov, Islam Makhachev has started an intense training camp in preparation for his upcoming fight against Jack Della Maddalena. His training focuses on grappling, wrestling, and strategic planning, with sessions that emphasize control, smooth transitions, and mental toughness. Makhachev is working with top-level training partners, refining his skills through rigorous drills and conditioning. Khabib's mentorship keeps him sharp, focused, and fully prepared for any opponent. However, Islam Makhachev acknowledged that his upcoming fight against Jack Della Maddalena will be a tough challenge. He praised JDM's progress, particularly in wrestling, noting that although Jack initially struggled in the UFC, he has since put in serious work with high-level grapplers. Islam emphasized that JDM's improvement is a key reason. He's now considered a top contender and added that their fight will ultimately determine who the best fighter in the world truly is.
Honestly, he's gonna be. I saw his fight against Bilal. He is good, man. He is good. When he beginning fighting in UFC, he had problem with the wrestling, but now he is improved because I see he training a lot with the wrestlers, with the grapplers, and that's why he's a champion right now, and he's good everywhere. But we will see who is the best fighter in the world.
Yeah,
very soon.
Yeah,
and it's going very quickly.
Islam Makhachev also shared that fighting at Madison Square Garden is a dream of his, calling it a historic arena where fighters strive to build a legacy, not just earn a paycheck. He expressed that competing there would be a tremendous honor, and hopes to become a double champion at the venue, solidifying his place in the sport's
I asked
history.
Dana if we have some opportunity to fight in Madison Square Garden. It will be honor for me, fight in the biggest arena for MMA and boxing, it's legendary arena, And I will be happy to have the opportunity to fight in Madison Square Garden.
yeah, you deserve it at least one time, Islam. I know this has been a dream. You said this
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
And they have other champions they can fight in Abu Dhabi. They have Magomed Ankalaev now, so this is your chance.
Yeah. This is my chance, and I want, I know some of the fighters, boxing fighters, they're not fighting in Madison Square Garden for the money or just for the victory. They just fighting there for the legacy,
Yeah.
And I also want to fight there for the legacy.
How are you getting?
It's a dream, to be double champion.
Makhachev also admitted that gaining weight has been a challenge after years of cutting. Even with heavier lifting and a strict training regimen, he's only managed to add about 2 kilograms. He explained that he prefers to build muscle through focused training rather than overeating, prioritizing strength and performance over simply
Try
adding
to
mass.
be big, it's not easy, it's not easy, man. All my life I cut weight, but now when I want to be big, my weight stays same position, I try to lift more. We do some program, and slowly, we bring 2 kg right now, but I don't want to be big by food, eating and not training. I want to be with muscles, I want to training, bring some muscles.
However, Islam Makhachev's intense grappling sessions are centered around relentless pressure, control, and precision. He drills transitions, cage work, and submissions with high-level training partners, pushing his pace to replicate real fight conditions. These sessions not only test his endurance but also sharpen his ability to dominate on the ground. Moreover, Philip Rowe shared his opinion on the potential fight between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena, expressing his belief that JDM would come out on top. While he respects Islam as a great champion, Rowe feels that Islam isn't big enough for the welterweight division. He stated that Jack would be able to get back to his feet if taken down and that his power would be too much for Islam to handle. Rowe predicted that JDM would eventually stop him before the fight goes
Philip
the
Rowe, what's
distance.
cracking, man? Chilling. Hey, now listen, you're welterweight. You've been in the game a long time. Islam moving up to 170. Is he big enough for 170? My personal opinion, I don't think he is, but he's a champ. We'll see when he's there. You know what I'm saying? He has a fight. He's fighting the champ. That's the best 170 in the world right now, right? So we'll see.
So you don't think he has the size, but how do you think he does in a fight versus JDM?
I personally think JDM beats him. I think JDM will be able to get up if he does take him down. I don't think he'll be able to take JDM shots. Right. I think personally he'll
Furthermore,
stop.
during pad sessions, Islam Makhachev places a strong emphasis on timing and precision, blending his strikes seamlessly with smooth transitions into takedowns. His combinations are crisp, well-placed, and deliberate, reflecting the significant evolution of his striking. The focus isn't just on power, but on smart movement, accuracy, and maintaining control traits that underscore his growth into a truly well-rounded fighter. However, Joe Rogan described Islam Makhachev as a big, powerful athlete, noting that every time he interviews him inside the octagon, he's surprised Islam can cut down to 155 pounds. Rogan pointed out that Islam has a solid build and a wide back, and emphasized that when he grabs his opponents, he uses serious strength with a crushing grip during grappling exchanges.
You know, like Islam's huge. Yeah. He's big, dude. Yeah. When I interview him in the cage afterwards, I'm always like, how?
Really?
How are you 155?
Yeah.
How?
I know.
How?
I know.
He's thick as he's got a giant back.
Yeah.
And when he gets a hold of guys, it's like he's just got this.
Joe Rogan also remarked that Islam Makhachev's striking has improved significantly and is now a major threat in every aspect of a fight. He highlighted Islam's head kick knockout against Volkanovski, calling it incredible. Rogan added that if he were coaching Volkanovski, he wouldn't have allowed him to take that fight on just 10 days' notice. Even if Volkanovski felt ready, loved to compete, or was well compensated. Rogan believed it was a dangerous gamble, especially against someone as lethal and well prepared as Islam.
And he's also, his striking has leveled up significantly. Like his striking is much, much better than it was when he was younger. He's a threat everywhere. Like when he knocked out Volk with that high kick. Yeah. Granted, crazy. But granted, if I was in Volk's corner, I would say, no, you're not taking it. You've been drinking beer and eating kebabs. Like, there's no way you're taking this fight on 10 days' notice. I don't care how confident you are. I don't care how much you like fighting. That's a crazy thing. I don't care how much money they're paying you. Because you look at the slide that his career took, right? He arguably won that first fight with Islam. Very close fight. Loses his decision.
Moreover, Dustin Poirier stated that the fight between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena will likely be decided early. He explained that if Islam is able to secure takedowns, he'll control the fight and win. But if Jack can stop them, his boxing and size could pose serious problems. Poirier also noted that Islam's striking may appear awkward at times because opponents are so focused on defending his grappling, which creates openings for him to land effective shots.
Do you think he beats Jack Della Maddalena?
I think it's we'll find out first, second round how much trouble he has getting him down. I think if he gets those takedowns, he's gonna get the win. If Jack can stop those takedowns, which he does have good takedown defense, I think the boxing and the size could wear on Islam and give him some problems. But his striking, awkward and different. You have to worry so much about the takedown. You can't plant your feet and throw off those number combinations and really root and sit on your punches because he's going to change levels. So it changes the way you fight. Well, for me, it did. I'm speaking from experience. So we'll see how Jack approaches and how Jack executes out there. But if you're worried about takedowns, your shots are different. You're not sitting on everything and standing in front of the guy. You're trying to move and be light on your feet. I think the first 2 rounds will tell us how the fight's going to go.
Charles Oliveira views Jack Della Maddalena as a serious threat, noting that he doesn't chase quick finishes but instead breaks his opponents down over time, as he did with Belal Muhammad. However, Oliveira believes Islam Makhachev will perform well at 170 pounds, as the added weight will make him stronger and enhance his ability to rely on his grappling. He stated that the outcome of the fight will depend on whether Jack can stay on his feet and keep the fight standing, or if Islam is able to impose his dominance on the ground.
Jack Della Maddalena e o Islam. Ele é jogo muito complicado, porque ele é cara que ele não vem pra te nocautear rápido, ele vem pra te finalizar, ele vem te magoando, né? Aos poucos, né? Aos poucos. Foi o que ele fez agora com o Bilal. Só que eu acho que ele vai se dar muito bem nessa categoria, né, mano? Agora vai estar muito mais forte, é jogo que, tipo, ele gosta de agarrar e botar pra baixo. Eu acho que o Jack Maddalena fazer a mesma luta que ele fez, né? Agora contra o Bilal, batendo, movimentando, saindo, machucando, é uma luta, mas se deixar o Isla agarrar e botar pra baixo é o teu
Daniel Cormier called the potential clash between Jack Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev a major and highly anticipated matchup. He noted that Jack's recent performances have only added to the excitement, especially with Islam making his debut at welterweight. Cormier voiced concerns about how Islam will deal with Jack's size advantage, pointing out that Makhachev has appeared noticeably slimmer in recent months. He also questioned whether Islam has enough time to bulk up effectively and adapt to the physical
fight. It's a big time fight. And if Jack Della looks the way he did last weekend, it's very, very intriguing fight. Because we've never seen Islam Makhachev fight up at 170 pounds. We've never seen it. We've never seen him have to compete up 15 more pounds. Yes, he is a big dude. But in terms of full-on stature, is he big as Jack Della Maddalena is? And also, if he thought he may fight International Fight Week, how small had he gotten? And how much time does he have to put the weight back on the right way?
Cormier recommended that Islam Makhachev focused on sharpening his wrestling before facing Jack Della Maddalena. He highlighted Jack's impressive takedown defense in recent fights and noted that Islam struggled to get Dustin Poirier to the ground because of this. Cormier believes Islam must tighten his wrestling game if he hopes to control a fighter as skilled and dangerous as JDM.
A lot of questions. It's a big-time fight, and we'll get into the X's and O's as we get closer. But right now, we're talking the story. We're talking the story. We're talking about a guy that just beat Belal Muhammad to become champion, now getting challenged by a 155-pound champion.
He praised Islam Makhachev's victory over Belal Muhammad, saying it added even more intrigue to the potential fight with Jack Della Maddalena. Mamali noted that if Jack can stuff the takedowns and land clean shots, the bout could become highly competitive. However, he also pointed out that Islam's striking is more refined than many people realize, making the matchup even more
Islam relinquish his belt and go up to 170. Got JDM taking on Islam Makhachev.
I still think Islam's skill for skill is just so high level. For him to go out there and do what he did against Belal was very impressive. Made that Islam fight more interesting. If JDM can shut him down and throw those hands, but Islam's boxing is underrated. That dude is slick. His kickboxing, his timing, like he's a high level black belt in every aspect of MMA.
Who gives him?
Jack versus Islam, I think, huge. Not as big as Ilya versus Islam, but who knows? Maybe they both win, and Islam comes back down to 5, and the fight's even bigger.
He also described Islam Makhachev's move to welterweight as an exciting development. He stated that despite the significant jump in weight, Islam will likely be comparable in size to Jack Della Maddalena. Ali believes that Islam's well-rounded skill set can compensate for any potential size disadvantage. He added that it will be interesting to see if Jack can defend the takedowns and push the pace, but once again emphasized that Islam's striking could play a major role in the outcome.
Islam does at welterweight. Who knows? Who knows? I heard he's not going to be any smaller than Jack come fight night. 55 to 70, that's a little bit different than 35 to 45, 45 to 55. But when your skill level is that high, as Islam's is,
expressed skepticism about Islam Makhachev's chances of defeating Jack Della Maddalena at welterweight and questioned how long Jack would be able to hold on to the belt. While he praised Islam's dominance in the lightweight division, Hardy doesn't believe that same level of success will necessarily carry over once Islam moves up.
Della Maddalena's got a bright future. He's got a bright future. I don't know whether he's going to hold the belt or, he's going to lose it to another one of the top contenders and pick it back up again. I don't think he's going to lose it to Makhachev, though. I think Makhachev holds the lightweight belt against anybody in the world, on any day, including Ilya Poirier. I don't think if he moved up, he would have much success against Makhachev.
Dan Hardy also stated that if Islam Makhachev captures the welterweight title, it would firmly establish him as one of the greatest fighters in MMA history. He already considers Islam the current top pound-for-pound fighter and believes the welterweight division is open enough at the moment for Islam to capitalize on the opportunity and build a lasting
If Islam
legacy.
goes up to welterweight and wins that second, what do you think that does for him in terms of his legacy? Surely that just puts him on the Mount Rushmore, right, of MMA?
I mean, it does for me. He's pound for pound best right now, anyway, in my mind. It would be very, very impressive. He is the kind of fighter that can definitely make that transition. Honestly, I do feel like the welterweight division is open right now for someone to come in and cause an upset. There's been times in the past where it would have been harder for someone to come up from another weight class and do that. Now seems like it's primed. It's a little bit unsettled.
Craig also said that Jack Della Maddalena's creative fighting style makes him a more difficult puzzle to solve than someone like Belal Muhammad, who tends to stick to a more structured game plan. He added that the size difference between Jack and Islam might catch people off guard and described the matchup as the kind of wild, striking-focused fight the UFC loves. *, for more updates and news, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.